Leonardo da Vinci was said to be a Renaissance man. Born in Vinci in Italy in the 1452, his surname in Italian, Da Vinci, actually means from Vinci. He was a scientist, an inventor and an artist. He was also considered one of the greatest geniuses of humanity. Leonardo loved science and art, but he never created a divide between them. One of the favorite area of study of Leonardo was the area of aviation. You could probably know him also for the Mona Lisa, that is probably the world's most famous painting. But one of his famous inventions, the flying machine, ideally displays his power of enthusiasm for the potential of flight. The design for this invention is clearly inspired by the flight of winged animals. In fact, in his notes he mentions bats, kites and birds as source of inspiration. We can see from this video game named Assassin's Creed the protagonist using the actual flying machine.
Ma cos'è? Shoot! Shoot a flying demon!
Okay, now that we know who Leonardo is, let's pass to the main work of today, the Vitruvian Man. Created by Leonardo da Vinci around the year 1487. Probably you might have happened to go on the internet and find this image of a man in two superimposed positions, with his arms and legs apart and undescribed in a circle and square. That is the Vitruvian Man, or we can also say the proportion of the human body according to Vitruvius, a Roman author, architect and civil engineer during the 1st century BC, best known for his multi-volume work entitled De Architectura. Da Vinci sought to reflect the macrocosm, otherwise referred to as the universe, through the microcosm, which is the human being and vice versa. But what are the microcosm and the macrocosm? Don't worry about it, I will explain now. The microcosm is human nature or the human body as representative of the wider universe. Man considered as a miniature counterpart of divine or universal nature, while macrocosm is a complex structure such as a society, considered as a single entity that contains numerous similar smaller scale structures. Now is the moment to answer the most important question: why? First, let's start from how to calculate the area of a circle. I take the value of pi and I multiply it by the radius squared. Then the area of the square, base multiplied by base. But how can I take the area of a circle and create a square with an equal area? This is a problem often called squaring a circle that was first proposed in the ancient world. And as it turns out, this problem is impossible to solve because of the nature of pi. But that's another story. Vitruvius claimed the navel is the center of the human body, and that if one takes a compass and places the fixed point on the navel, a circle can be drawn perfectly around the body. Additionally, Vitruvius recognized that arm span and height have a nearly perfect correspondence in the human body, thus placing the body perfectly inside the square as well. Leonardo used the idea of Vitruvius to solve the problem of squaring a circle metaphorically using mankind as the area for both shape. Leonardo wasn't thinking about Vitruvius though. There was an intellectual movement in Italy at the time called Neoplatonism. This movement took an old concept from the 1st century developed by Plato and Aristotle, called the Great Chain of Being. This belief holds that the universe has a hierarchy resembling a chain, and that chain starts at the top with God, then travels down through angels, planets, stars, and all life forms before ending with demons and devils. Early in this philosophic movement, it was thought that mankind's place in this chain was exactly in the center, because humans have a mortal body accompanied by an immortal soul, universe nicely in a half. In this one sketch, Leonardo was able to combine the mathematics, religion, philosophy, architecture and the artistic skill of his age. No wonder it has become such an icon for the entire time period.